The UVC light and the photocatalytic honeycomb filter in there is ultra special, most advanced modern technology for purifying the air. But it's only purifying the air that's coming through the machine. You see, you got to get the air from over there to come to the back of this machine to go through that. That's why HEPA filters are so inefficient, to go through the HEPA filter and through the photocatalytic oxidation. Okay. So how's the air going to know to come here? Filters don't whistle and air doesn't obey. You've heard of, you know, airhead? Mm-hmm. You know, if you're an airhead, you don't know to come over here. Yeah. Okay, that's the problem with filters. They're dependent upon the air coming to it and being pulled through it to cleanse it. Very limited, wouldn't you agree when you logically think about it? How are you going to get air from underneath your refrigerator or underneath your couch or behind where it's as stale, as dirty, as filthiest to get out from there and go behind there and come through? Sounds impossible, doesn't it? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense because it doesn't work. So what do? The first thing we do is, now the combination of working with the other elements of nature in this machine is what makes this so powerful. I turn up my purifier and it turns to 250 square feet. You can go to 1,000, or I kind of went up high, 650 square feet, 1,050, and you go all the way up to 3,000. Now you smell that? Mm-hmm. What's that smell like?
Fresh.
Fresh air. Amazing. You know, planet Earth used to smell like that back in the Garden of Eden. You know what's crazy though? Indoor air pollution did not become the huge problem it is, and neither was there allergies and asthma and all these respiratory problems until the 70s. You know what happened in the 70s? We sealed up our homes because of the energy crises. When we sealed up our homes, what happened to the air in your home? It became stagnant. One VOC combined with another. The fresh air was not coming in through the cracks. Inside fresh air is activated oxygen O3. Negative and positive ionization. The forces of nature were getting into your home. So we kept the forces of nature out, and we are the product of living in a toxic, sick, sealed environment, and that produces sick people. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the first thing that happens here, and I'm going to show you, is what you're smelling there is activated oxygen O3. Now, before I explain what that is and how this is producing that, I'm going to take straight ammonia to demonstrate the reality of this working. I'm going to squirt just a tiny bit on there. Now, I don't want you to get too close to this because it's straight ammonia, but I do want you to indicate it's ammonia. Mm-hmm. Pretty nasty. You know what ammonia is? Pure cat pee. Okay, so if people have cat pee, wow, dander, pet odors, smoke odors, cook onions. You can cook Indian cuisine. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pure ammonia and I'm going to put it directly in front of my machine there. Whoops, that's all right, we don't need that. Okay, I'm going to turn the fan down so it's not going to blow it off, and I'm going to put this on there. Now while that's running, let me explain what's happening. We're drawing indoor air from the room in through the machine. What's happening is, as it draws through, we have a plate in there, a stainless steel plate, with a high voltage transformer, completely safe, okay? But it's literally producing a miniature thunderbolt inside the machine, just like a thunderbolt. You know what the thunderbolt does? It splits the O2 atom in the air, oxygen 2. It splits it in half, okay? The two O1s immediately join to O2s in the air. This is a natural phenomenon of cleansing air, the way nature does it. And now you have O3. O3 is heavier than O2 and it falls down through space. And when O3 hits a toxin, it pierces, the O1 comes off the O2, pierces the toxin, and literally oxidizes it, meaning, I call it safe air fire, and it breaks it down into H2O, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. Wow. Now, to prove the reality of that, I've had it on there since I've talked for about 60 seconds. Smell that. What's it smell like?
Fresh.
Fresh, like a fresh linen sheet off a clothesline.
Wow.
Maybe you don't remember this, but Grandma used to hang the sheets out. Grandma would even take her mattress outside We don't do anything. Mattress is the most filthy thing. You spend a third of your life on that bed. You need to sanitize it with the pure power of the forces of nature inside this box.
So if I put my husband's smoky clothes in front of this, that's what it would smell like?
What if I would say yes?
That would be great.
The answer is yes. Matter of fact, if you go out to dinner and your clothes start to smell bad, pick up your little unit because it's completely portable. We actually have a Santa Boost feature. When you put on one, it's going to run for 1/2 hour, 30 minutes, at full tilt. This is producing mega doses. It's like thunderbolts going off in your closet. Producing mega doses of activated oxygen O3. It pierces clothing and it does the same thing to the chemicals and the invisible VOCs and the gaseous. Remember, O3 deals with the gaseous and chemicals and bacteria and viral and germs. Okay, that's what O3 does. Okay, now you smell that? Isn't that amazing? That's high levels of O3. By the way, you can take, and then you can go to Santa Boost 2, Santa Boost 3, go to 1 hour, and then you go to 2 hour on standing, depending on what you want to do. You want to use 3 when you do your mattress. Okay? And again, what do? You want to put like a sheet over your mattress, you want to put a sheet over your couch, crank that up, okay, so the O3 saturates and it doesn't leave that spot. Kind of like tin it in. And by the way, do this with your car. Turn your car just so the fan's running, and crack your windows a little bit. And if you have any odors in your car, you know how stinky it gets in the car if your hubby smokes in there? I'll tell you what, let it run overnight. Come out in the morning, you'll smell like a fresh linen clothes off the line, and the smell will be gone. We've sold thousands, hundreds of thousands to car dealers and places like that to get the odors and stuff out of cars and stuff. Okay, beauty salons buy these, hair salons buy these, nail salons buy these, pet people with pets love this because it's natural. It doesn't hurt their pets. It's not chemicals. It's natural fresh air that's in a controlled measure. That's why this unit right here actually controls the airspace that it does. That's 1,050 feet. And then you go up to 1,450, 1,850, 2,250, 2,650, and 3,000. And then you turn your fan up, okay? And it's doing it. Now, there's two major types of pollutants in there. Gaseous, and we talked about that, odors, germs, bacteria, yada, yada, yada. And the second thing is, and I'm going to turn this on, is particulate. You ever watch that sunbeam coming through your window? You see all that gunk in there?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Stuff that makes my allergies
Stuff. Most people say dust. Well, the bad news is it's not dust. Over 80% of that stuff in a human-occupied space that you see is dead skin. It's disgusting. And little dust mite things are in there. Okay? And they're chomping on it, and they're dust mites are they have a great digestive system. They poop 8 times a day. The typical dust mite. There's green ones, brown ones, and yellow ones. It's the combination when the yellow ones and the green ones get together, it's toxic stuff. And by the way, that's probably one of the major allergens, and it's the #1 spread of disease indoors is dust mite and dust mite feces that float around in there. So there we are breathing in. Take a deep breath and get some dust mite feces down here. Okay?